Everything that we sent up the mountain was confiscated by the local sheriff. I'm going to tell you about that. I'm going to tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly. A lot of good. I'm going to tell you a lot of good and what's going on with you people and this team. And then I'm going to tell you about the bad and what we know. And then I'm going to tell you how we should act, or at least think. It's going to be okay, y'all. No panic, but we're paying attention. I want to ask you if you're willing to share this and get the word out. I think it is important. All of this is alleged. All of it is alleged. And number two, the second thing is that it's going to be dated. If you're seeing this a week from now, we'll know more information. Good, bad, ugly. The good. Holy smokes. A lot of good. Let me set this up. When this hit, I knew my buddy Logan. I hollered at him. What are you doing? He said, dude, I'm out running the chainsaw. Can I help? Yeah, man, that'd be awesome. I donated last month, September's Patreon, 100%, your all's donations, and Patreon money straight to Logan. That's awesome. Then I thought, let's just do a little fundraiser. And I kind of thought $3,000. That would be awesome. 36 hours later, we're at $20,000, and I cut it off. I turned off the fundraiser, and geez, people, wow, holy smokes. Great conversation. We were able to get some safety equipment yesterday, able to get some more chains for the chainsaws and bars, I think they're called. What do I know? But stuff. And the guys are out there. They're well fed. They're gassed up. Good stuff is going on. Check this out. Here's what the chainsaw crew did yesterday. An 83-year-old lady was trapped up this road and couldn't get out, in or out. And Logan and the crew and some other folks did a 1.5 miles. Citizens helping other citizens. This is awesome. This is really, really like chills. Awesome. 1.5 miles yesterday. Look at that tangle. She was cut out of there. Everything's good. Big day yesterday. Opie is in today with the crew. I had a complete stranger spend the night with me last night. Jeez, had a great time. And he's back on the road today making things happen. A lot of good, a lot of good, a lot of good. I needed 3, I thought, maybe 3. We got 20. A signal came in from people that I trust. Y'all know I trust Mr. Guns and Gear, and people that he's working with and that I have now met and shook their hands and looked them in the eye. We got a signal in that Linda up in Mountain City, Tennessee. If you don't know Mountain City, holy crap, middle of nowhere. You can't get there. It's the middle of nowhere. She was feeding people and was feeding hundreds a day is what I understand, hundreds, and needed commercial pots and pans. Some of you have heard this story. So Mike and I jumped on it day before yesterday. We are now East Tennessee pot dealers. I am right now 1 block away from the commercial kitchen restaurant supply company. We cleaned them out, like really got everything that she asked for. And Mike flew in with a team from way out in North Carolina, not in the war zone, but on out in the safer area. They flew in, came here, picked all this stuff up at their expense and flew it up the mountain. You people donated all that stuff. They took it up to Linda. Linda's a badass, excuse the language, but holy smokes, she's making things happen up on the mountain. And here's an important part. She's homeless. Her home was lost in this tragedy, so she is up there away from her business with no home, making things happen on the ground. Look at all those goods. She has collected all this stuff. She was distributing all this stuff, and our commercial cookware went up there, dropping the bucket for what she's doing, but we are glad to do it. Yesterday, my understanding, allegedly, all of it, everything that Linda had collected was confiscated by the local sheriff. Linda was threatened, my understanding, allegedly threatened with arrest and left her duty post with tears. My understanding is she's super upset, understandably, and all goods were seized. Mr. Guns and Gear yesterday afternoon got on the phone. He's done a video. I will link to that video down there. He did really good research, talked to a lot of people. The things that were said that I wrote down, Linda was accused of stealing because she was not following correct protocol. Not stealing, but just not following correct protocol. Mr. Guns and Gear said, well, if she was stealing, why wasn't she arrested? Why was she allowed to be let go? And so it sounds like allegedly it wasn't that she was stealing, is that she was taking goods that were not going through the government, and therefore that was kind of like stealing from the government, my understanding. I could be wrong. Then the gentleman on the phone also said, and I quote, we desperately need supplies. This situation is not over, but now the sheriff is in charge. Also, anything now, my understanding, allegedly, anything that now lands goes to the sheriff for the purpose of accountability. Heaven forbid a citizen help another citizen, a neighbor help a neighbor. It's infuriating, it's challenging, but then I have to stop, and I challenge all of you all to stop. There's been so much misinformation over the last week. We had a rumor go around last Saturday and Sunday that they were cutting off the water in Johnson City. It went out, it went wild. I saw a screenshot from an actual authority figure who he also posted that, hey, prepare, they're cutting off the water. Turns out it was a complete Facebook lie. A scam, 100% a scam. The Johnson City Water Authority said, hey, that's a scam. Also, and this is where we get to the sticky part, there are so many reports right now of FEMA confiscating everything. We had reports here that blew up on Facebook that TEMA was confiscating stuff down at Davy Crockett High School and at Crossroads Christian in Gray right here in Washington County. And it looks like those might be unfounded. So my point is this, let's be careful with rumors. However, Mike has boots on the ground. I have looked these people in the eye, and we have a lot of reports that are coming in firsthand. And we do know it looks like, allegedly, that all of the goods that we sent were certainly confiscated. But we still need to be careful because a lot of the Facebook rumor mill is wrong. It looks like, at least in this case, it's correct. Now, what was the sheriff's motivation? Mike talked a lot about that, and maybe he was trying to help. I don't know. We need more to this story. I am two things. I am 49% infuriated that we donated to help Linda get this commercial kitchen started. I am 49% also wanting more to the story, and I'm about 2% just sad. Just sad. And I'm holding on to something Mike told me on the phone yesterday. I was like, dude, everything that we did is going like sitting in a warehouse somewhere, blah, blah, blah. He goes, listen, it's all that stuff is still up the mountain. Somebody is going to sort through it. One of the churches, one of the organizations it's going to work, and it's going to get used. It's all up there. We did the right thing. Let's wait. My last thing is what do we do? Where do we go? What do we do next? Let's wait, let's see, let's pay attention, share this, get the word out. Let's be mindful of the rumor mill, but also be paying attention to people that are on the ground. I was on the ground yesterday in a different area of Tennessee. It is horrific out there. The Logan fundraiser is back open. So many of y'all asked me to reopen it. It is open. It is down there if you want to help. Thank you for that. We're going to be paying attention. I'm upset, I'm sad, but I also want to keep paying attention to this. I'll be back on Monday. We're going to keep this thing rolling. The crew's going to be rolling. A lot of good. Little bad, little ugly, but there's a lot of good going on. Thank you all for being a part of this. We're making a difference.
This gun fits my hand better than this one does.
Diabetes.